95.7 The Hog. It's Happy Hour Friday. Riggs and Guys Brew Review with that dude Josh, that lady Amelia from SR Parade. But wait,
Yeah.
Kevin's here.
Who?
Kevin.
Never heard of that guy. Never heard of that guy.
Josh, introduce Kevin for crying out loud.
So we got Kevin here. He's from, he represents Brooklyn and Brooklyn Brewery and 21st Amendment.
Okay.
Yes, correct, Josh. Very good. Very
Nailed
good.
it.
That means you're multitasking beers
I've
today.
been
I like
practicing that all
That's
week.
good.
Yeah, we're gonna be bouncing from East Coast to West Coast.
Okay, Kevin, won't you give us an idea what we're going to get into today?
Okay, well, let's just start with Brooklyn Brewery. Our brewery last year turned 30 years old. In this world, there's a lot of breweries popping up, and it's a rich business to be in. And we like to consider ourselves one of the originators of some styles, and just well balanced beer. That's what we've been doing for years. So this is a granddaddy of them, and we like to fly that 30-year-old banner. And then 21st Amendment. We have a relationship with Brooklyn Brewery. 21st Amendment's based out of San Francisco originally. Our owners have been brewing since 2000. And California, California cool. Brooklyn hip. The only thing unhip about these beers is probably me.
Right, that's all right. That's all right. You look hip standing next to mine. I feel it's rubbing off on me too. It's Brooklyn, New York, not Brooklyn, Michigan, or Brooklyn
correct.
elsewhere.
And actually, I get asked that a lot at
Yeah.
beer festivals. Where are you guys based out of?
Yeah.
I do my best
Yeah.
to bite my tongue.
Yeah.
But it's Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely.
It's a proper map right there. There you go.
I like this guy you brought in.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like
already.
you.
I appreciate that.
You're gonna like it even better when he pops one of those beers open. Get
My
ready.
mom doesn't even tell me that.
Well, where are we starting? What end of the country are we starting?
All right, well, we're going to start with Brooklyn. Brooklyn Lager. This is our original beer. It's called our flagship beer.
Okay.
This lager is going to be a little different than what you see for yellow lagers, but it's a Vienna style. So we're going to get a little more rich on the malt side, a nice little hop to it. Again, what we pride ourselves in is making a very balanced beer.
Okay.
A lot of people, they sometimes forget, oh yeah, Brooklyn Lager. I haven't had one of those in years. It's challenging when my boss is with me when I hear that. But nonetheless, if you see it around, you can trust it. It's that same flavor that you had whenever you enjoyed it with wings, when you enjoyed it with pizza, of course. We're a very food complementative beer, which this industry, it helps a lot. So drink up, ladies and gentlemen. This is our Brooklyn Lager, 5.2%. Just a nice, well-balanced, easy-drinking beer-flavored beer.
Now you put pizza in my mind. I want to dip some pizza in this right now. It's awfully good. Wow.
Yeah. What do you guys think about it?
Well, it's very smooth.
Smells good.
It smells fantastic.
I have had this beer before. I've never had it out of a can though.
Okay.
You know?
Relatively, the 12-ounce can is relatively new for us. 16-ounce, we've been doing this
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's
Just
a
easy
really good
drinking.
lager. It's not exactly in your face, and it's not light. It's like a moderate lager. It's very, it's a lager,
Right.
but it's not like drinking like the water lagers that you get.
Tons of flavor, but
Yeah.
easy drinking.
Yeah, we designed it that way. We make our bones by people saying, I'll have another one of those. So,
Right. Right. Exactly.
I'll have another sip.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. See, bone one.
How about that?
It's the first bone of the day. That's very good, and I'm guessing too that if that was the original beer, you start there, right?
Yes, sir.
This was a good start.
It's a good
Yes.
launch.
It's an ideal lager.
Wow.
Can only go
Appreciate
up from
that.
here, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it going.
All right.
That's a 5.2% ABV.
Okay.
Really?
So,
Nice.
nice solid.
Yeah, we just want to make a beer that you want to have another one of, revisit it, so you can trust our quality is always going to be there. You guys talk about cans on here, the importance of cans in the beer business.
I am a can fan. If I could go all can, I would go all can.
It's hard not to roll with that
I
one.
know, just go over it, please. For the folks on YouTube, go for it.
I mean, we can add it later.
Yes.
Riggs does like a good
I'm
can.
a big can
Yeah,
fan.
Josh is sensitive about that stuff.
That's why I'm sitting down.
It's true. But it's so what was the decision to go to
Well,
the
cans,
public?
a superior beer vessel.
Yeah.
A lot of what we find with beer, light will break it down, oxygen will break it down, and whenever you introduce a can, the light aspect of it is completely null and void. We had a bad reputation years ago in the beer business with cans. You took your, let's just call it your standard American lager, took it to the beach, got it cold. Oh, it's Daytona Beach. Ah, yeah, you guys are at the beach all the time.
Right.
Cool. So yeah, you bring your can to the beach, get it cold, bring it home, get it hot, get it cold again. It would just absolutely damage that beer. So people would crack that open, not realizing what you did to it, and they'd say, I hate canned beer. Canned beer is terrible. It's because we really played hard with our beers in temperature fluctuations. But now that people realize that this is a better vessel, a lot of people are just singularly doing cans at their brewery, like 21st Amendment. We've never.
Is it more cost effective now to do it that way for a brewery?
It is. It's more cost effective, not by much. Glass is expensive, but really, when it comes down to it, once you figure in shipping, once you figure in buying in bulk, it shaves pennies. But not that you would ever see, because we try to charge the most we can for a beer around your world. That's all of us. It's not just Brooklyn.
Right.
Boss, don't fire me. Edit that. God, that was terrible.
That's our joke. That's our joke portion of the brew review. Right. And Josh, I'm guessing we can find these Brooklyn beers everywhere, right?
Just about, yeah. ABC, Total Wines,
Yeah, that's
Lucky's.
our biggest ones,
Yep.
for sure. And anywhere, if you, I'll give out my phone number later. If you are single and a lady, or if you want to find out where you can get our beers, whatever.
Perfect.
We're
Yeah.
here for you.
Find you either way.
Yeah, find me either way.
This is our best brew review yet.
Bumble, you got it. Plenty of fish, plenty of beer.
that idea makes me thirsty. You want another one?
Absolutely.
You ready for
What do you
number
have
two?
next?
All right, okay, so coming up next, let's cross over to the West Coast. We're based out of San Francisco. Our brew pub is there, right outside the Giant Stadium. This is 21st Amendment Brewery. Now, our brew pubs in San Francisco cross the Bay Bridge by Oakland. You'll find San Leandro. That's our full production facility.
Okay.
This beer is this is something. A lot of people they don't know what to make of it, and it seems like the larger, bulkier a person is, they're like, I don't want this stuff. I don't drink fruit beers, but this is hell or high watermelon. This is our summer seasonal. This takes most people off guard. We use watermelon puree.
It took me off guard.
Yeah, there's no extract in here. It doesn't taste this way because we forced it to. It tastes this way because we contract with a California watermelon grower.
Okay.
So it's a wheat beer by style, very small, 4.9% ABV, and then it has this just refreshing watermelon hit. It's not meant to be in your face. It's not meant to do anything but quench thirst, go with you to the beach, go with you canoeing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you want to show up to the pool party with something cool? This is it. You know?
I cut up a bunch of watermelon like a month ago, and I kneaded it all. I left it in the the sealed plastic thing, and it started to turn.
Yeah.
But I love it that way. I love it that way. And this is the beer version of that. This is so freaking good. It's like the essence of watermelon, but still, it's a beer first.
It's a beer that's exactly the way I sell it. It's like you're in my brain right now. I don't know.
Kevin.
I must
You
be.
can smell it too. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's
Yeah.
subtle at the same token. It's the cornerstone. Of
I
this beer.
love
That's
this.
delicious.
This is
That was
really
amazing.
good.
We're going to be fighting over the remainder of that.
Now this is a seasonal
Yes,
release,
Yeah,
so if you
that's
see
a
it out there, grab it because it may not be around.
And you
Hell
need to go
or
now.
high watermelon. I like that.
So Kevin, what's the 21st Amendment?
Well, this is really makes me sad. When I do beer festivals, and
Right.
right after they ask me where Brooklyn Brewery is located, I try to see and test a little bit of intelligence, and I ask them, hey, do you know what the 21st Amendment did for this great nation and country? And not a lot of people know, but it repealed the 18th Amendment, which was prohibition. So we named our brewery that to celebrate, your right to drink, really, and let's run over our tagline: celebrate your
Smart
right to drink.
idea.
Yeah, it's pretty clever. And then most of our graphics are all very patriotic. Like, I dare you to find a more patriotic beer than ours. I mean, we got presidents, we got Lady Liberty, Ben Franklin. Yeah, we got it.
And with Independence Day just a few days away, really, it's right around the corner. You might as well just start drinking this beer now and get into the American mood.
I'm glad you mentioned that. We invented Independence Day, actually.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ew, I didn't even know.
No one fact check that.
There's no. Why go to Wikipedia? You got Kevin.
I'll
Right.
give you anything you want to know. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So again, we made a beer that when you have it, Because if you'll notice now, that flavor's really disappeared off of your palate.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a slick, oily,
Doesn't
lingering
linger,
flavor.
right.
Yeah, and that ensures that glass, when you order it from the bar,
I'm sorry, I
it
won't
goes
stop
down
pouring.
and down, and then you order another one. And again, we make beers that people just want a couple or a few of.
And where watermelon, some might think, if you don't eat watermelon on the reg, you might think it's acidic. So that is not a strong, soury, acidic
No.
taste.
No.
That's sweet melon goodness.
It is.
Puree, right? Was that what you were-
Yeah, puree. It's just a perfect complement. A wheat beer, when you think about it, sometimes is notes of bubblegum or clove. That's not where this base is. We just use wheat as one of the grains that we use, and then we have a treatment with our watermelon puree, so they just complement one another. And again, it's under 5%. Most of your
4.9.
Yeah, most of your
That's why we're having the second one, just to make sure.
most of your import lagers, most of those are 4.2%, so we're not far off that mark, which just has a really easy drinking.
Well, the bar
This one's going to be hard to top, but I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what else you have.
raised the bar on the West Coast. Now where do we go? Let's get in the car.
We're staying over there.
Oh, good. Okay. Good. Short
Because
trip.
we are a California beer company. IPAs are something that are close to our heart. So our flagship beer is called Brew Free or Die. This is a line extension that we did a blood orange treatment with.
Okay.
So we came up with this beer 2 years ago, and there was a lot of blood orange activity in the beer world. And like parents to kids, like they were all completely different. Ours, like the other ones, we took our own spin on it, and we took a 7% IPA. We changed up some of the hops, and then again, we did a blood orange treatment to it. If you take a whiff of this prior to taking a sip,
that is zesty.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
This has an appeal to
man,
people
that's
that
nice.
don't really drink IPAs on a regular basis, because
Oh my God.
the blood orange juice just works so well with the naturally
Wow.
citrus hops.
Yeah.
It becomes something at 7% dangerous, because you there's no heat from it.
I get it.
This beer is just delicious, and you can really go for these back to back, and it's a beer person that I can't get tired of.
There's
I
a-
appreciate that.
There's a lot of
delicious.
flavor happening in here too.
You don't
It's
mind.
not just blood orange.
No,
There's more. There's
Am
more.
I cut off already?
No.
What's
Well,
going on here?
the last one was hard to top, but you surprised the heck out of me with this one. This one is phenomenal. I haven't tasted a blood orange IPA that tastes like this.
It's-
Yeah, again, we had a lot of them coming in. They were outstanding. Some were real big and serious IPAs where the hops really closed in on that one, working with their oranges too. Ours just came out something that just was easy and almost thirst quenching as an IPA at 7%, which
Yeah.
we're grateful for.
Well, to the credit to you guys too. The good thing is, I'm an IPA fanatic. You are. I would know this is an IPA. It doesn't get buried in the orange flavor, but you still get that
Great.
citrus attack, which I love.
Yeah,
But it's not an aggressive IPA.
Oh.
again,
So-
7%. Like
Right.
theoretically, this
Like,
is
if you
it's
wanted,
yeah.
if someone said, "What does an IPA taste like?" Give them this one first,
Yeah, sure.
and then let them gradually go into the more.
That's right.
The
Take
ones
the
with
hoppers.
Take the
IBUs,
fruit
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I love it.
Our beers were terrible. This was
Oh,
real
well, yeah,
quiet.
it would make for a terrible segment. My dog would love it. No, I'm just-
Oh, man.
yeah, that would be if it were going poorly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
I thought I was your dog.
Oh well, you a dog. Man, that's good.
Their cans are
Now-
awesome too.
All right, now you mentioned the Giants. Are any of these beers on tap at Giants games?
Oh, of course so. Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. We have a good
Really?
partnership with that stadium out there. They like to do it. Actually, putting watermelon chunks into the beer at the ball game.
Really?
I mean, just for a second, like just think about sitting down, having hot dogs, and drinking this beer. I mean, San Francisco, it's a blazing 89 degrees and no humidity.
Wow.
Those guys consider that super hot. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, that's
day at the ball
gotta
game,
suck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if you guys just heard it over the airways. My eyes just rolled into the back of my head.
yeah. Are the Giants winning? It doesn't matter. I'm eating watermelon in a beer. It's paradise right there.
Don't sleep on the Oakland A's too. Given our proximity to that stadium,
Yeah.
you can find Hell or High Watermelon on draft over there too, and they do the same thing.
All right. Wow. All right. There's a bottle in front of you that I'm confused about.
This is one of my favorite beers.
Yeah.
Won't you do this?
Oh, Josh, you're still here?
Josh, what's up?
Sorry. Kevin's doing a great job.
All right, this is our Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout. We
Ooh, I like
just
chocolate
released this near November. We don't brew very much of it, so it comes out and it hits the market. It's there.
Special occasion.
Generally, it's gone after that. You can sit on this beer for a little while too.
Yeah.
This is one of the, just the bigger beers that we do outside of our Brooklyn Brewery brew pub. I mean, we release big beers, don't get me wrong, but this one is readily available for a lot of the public. We just happen to have a little bit left over, and I like it because I cover most of the state of Florida. So like the distributors, I appreciate when they hold on to a couple of cases throughout the time because these make nice giveaways. Beer samplings or
It's a great
whatever.
surprise.
But yeah,
Oh, wow.
so this is the black chocolate stout coming in at 10%. But
Does not taste like 10%.
No.
the touch that our brewmaster Garrett Oliver puts on these things, it's such a silky beer, and I love it when it hits the market because this beer, a 6-pack usually will go for about $14, $15, which
Worth
is
it.
kind of on the high side. But for true beer lovers and people that will spend their paychecks on beer, that's a very affordable black chocolate stout.
Now,
10%.
Did you serve this a little warmer than straight from the ice on purpose?
Yeah, I
Because
was looking
this
for ice
tastes
when I first got here in the
great.
morning. You guys don't have any, so
Yeah.
no, just kidding. We like to let this beer get a little warmer.
A rat got in our ice machine and clogged it
Yeah, I was
up.
wondering if you had done that on purpose.
Yeah, this beer opens up any beer really that you just, if you want to see the difference on it, let it get a little closer to room temperature.
Sure.
And it works for just about everything too. You'll just catch different notes of grains, malts, hops, just different flavor aspects will come out. So yeah, 10%. You can it's got a little heat on it. But
Yeah, chocolate's not too sweet.
no.
But you're also not. I'm not getting an alcohol burn on there too.
No, at 10% you can't taste that.
I mean, 10%, it'll really sneak up on you. It's like 2 beers, 1 cup.
Right.
Oh,
We'll
gotcha.
That's not what either.
Do not do that when I'm taking a sip, Amelia.
Wow.
This microphone just almost bit the dust.
So
Wow.
yeah.
This is one of the beers that got me into craft beer.
What is it about this beer that you love so much? Just the.
Everybody usually kind of starts on the lighter side and works their way the other direction, where I started with dark beers and worked down.
Really?
So this just happened to be one of the first ones I got into and realized that it's open to a world of flavor. It's not just that.
Ronnie James Dio gave me my first dark beer, and I didn't understand it, but he was he's Ronnie James Dio of the band Dio. And so I didn't start there, but I had that, and I was like, I don't like dark beers. But then so that opened the door. So he helped me open the door. The
you
former
remember
lead
what it
singer
was?
of Black Sabbath was the reason that I can appreciate this beer right now.
Nice.
Do you remember what beer it was?
It was an imported Guinness. So maybe a regular Guinness, but he had brought them over.
For an extra.
He brought them
stout,
over,
yeah.
yeah. And I pretended to like it, and then I kind of figured, oh, wait a second, I got a little taste. I had no idea, what this was. But this is, that was, years ago. I had no knowledge base for it. This is, if I'd started here, I could see why you love that beer so much.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite of IPAs when you go
Right.
to stouts of this nature. Not a lot of hop presence in here. A lot of this is just malt forward, which makes sugar, which in turn makes a higher ABV on it. But yeah, you're usually it's two sides of the coin for people. One or the other. But the stout, man, if you're gonna make one, go.
I didn't like stouts for the longest time because I was afraid of darker beers. What gives it such a dark color?
The usage of malt, roasted malt,
Oh,
a lot of malt.
Like
that
how you
gets into the
roast
color.
coffee and it gets darker and darker. They roast the malt and it gets darker and darker.
Okay. Now I know.
Our staff coffee pot is dark for a whole different reason. You do not want to know, but you drink it and you're alive, so that's good.
I drink it every morning.
This
It's
is
like
good
it's
for
hard,
you.
but I like it that way.
If somebody would have told me that before I helped
But this
myself
is
do
not,
it.
and again, not heavy too. Like it's not like a beer food.
Right. It's not cloying and it doesn't stick on your tongue.
I wouldn't call it calorie free though.
No,
Yeah,
just-
that's all right. That's
Calorie
right.
counters
We're all
up
going to
there.
do sit-ups after this anyway. So now that is the only one of the beers today that you might not find everywhere, right now.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, this is a seasonal as well. Technically, you may find it out there, and it's even if you find it late or right about now, it's still good.
Good. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, give us the reason behind why some of these beers can age a little bit.
Generally, if we talk IPAs, the closer you have an IPA to the brewing date or the canning date or the kegged on date, that's the way the brewer wants you to have this beer. Because with IPAs, pale ales, hops are one of the first ingredients to start falling out and losing their punch. You can say it like that. So IPAs, fresh all the time. When you get into things that are maltier, things that are a little bit of a higher ABV, they can tend to change a little bit and they can open up a little after some time, which the necessity for some of these types of beers aren't placed on exact freshness. No, you can just, they change a little over time, especially bottle conditioned beers, the big ones that you see with cages and corks on the top. Sometimes those are meant to sit for a few years. They're going through a secondary fermentation process right there in the bottle. So yeah, stouts, you can get a little more time out of them. And
If you have that kind of discipline, like if you had the discipline to hold off on a beer.
It's one of the hardest things I
Yeah,
have.
yeah, absolutely.
Really.
I don't have that. I just wonder if somebody has that. Guy?
Discipline.
No, but that's but once you get that flavor, why wouldn't you want more of it, right? For any of those beers, that is a great little color palette of beers. Much like Bob Ross had many colors to paint happy little trees and clouds, you've now painted a beer palette.
I appreciate being in the same sense with Bob Ross.
Can we put some Bob Ross hair on
Yeah,
Kevin?
he has that huge afro.
Kevin, hold still. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go.
I know Bob Ross is going to be
There
right
you
here
go.
somewhere.
Yeah.
We were just talking again. I'm sorry to interrupt.
We probably owe him a copy right now or something. I would imagine.
Oh boy, here we go.
You didn't get stayed. I know he's passed, but shout out to Bob Ross.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. Talking about just figures or people that nobody hates, and Bob Ross was the first one on the list. Yeah, I mean, goodness me, that Mr. Rogers. Come
I was
on.
just gonna say Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Anybody else? you guys can think
I
of?
had a very contentious conversation with my parents a couple weeks ago because I mentioned Bob Ross and they were like, "Who?"
What?
And I said, "You know what? We're not talking right now. I need to take a cool 5 and sit in the pool for a minute and
There
think
goes
about
your
this."
father's dead.
I know, completely shot. It was terrible.
So did you look back at your parents, your dad specifically, and say, "I'm very disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm
Yeah.
just disappointed."
I said I'm disappointed in you.
You go hang out with a happy little
Yeah.
friends.
How'd that work out?
I just said I'm taking all your beer and leaving, and I drove away. All right, so now, if those who are watching on YouTube, you can see these beers. For those who are hearing us, tell us where we can chase everything down.
Total Wine, ABC, Lucky's, your local independents. Probably not so much convenience stores. And
If you guys don't want to drive to check that out, you can always go to srprot.com beer finder, and you can find out if they have them at the location you are wanting to drive to.
Thanks, fellas. That was sweet.
Yeah. Hey, Amelia, is there
No,
anything
thank
fun
you.
happening this weekend? I know you always keep us updated on the events. I want to do
Yes.
something this weekend,
Yes.
and I want to bring these beers with me.
Oh boy, well tomorrow the New Smyrna Beach Bike and Bar is happening. So come hang out with us on Flagler Avenue and all up and down New Smyrna Beach. We're going to be having a ton of fun. Be safe, and we'll see you out there tomorrow.
It's just a bunch of bikes. Do you have to have a bike?
Bicycles. I'm going without a bike.
Oh,
I'm
bicycles.
just going to drink.
It's bicycles.
Yep, bicycles.
Oh.
Just
I
go
did
hanging out
not
at the
too bad.
bars. Look like you're riding a bike. I'm going to look like I'm riding a bike.
Can I
but
ride
I'm
my
just-
10-year-old's
I'm just
bike
messing
over
with
there? Is that
everyone.
cool?
You guys have Lime bikes over here?
Yeah. I don't know. Does New Smyrna have them? What about a recumbent bike? Can I
Sure.
bring that?
You just learned about that the other day.
Guy taught me about
If
those.
it's got wheels, we'll see you at New Smyrna Bike and Bar tomorrow.
Wow, that was impressive.
Well,
Wheelchairs, anything.
Whoa.
and is anything else? Is there anything cooking on the Brooklyn oven we need to know about?
Just keep us in mind. How
Yeah.
about that? Just
Yeah.
keep us in mind. You
Okay.
see us out there. You see a Brooklyn on draft. You haven't had one in a while. Have one. You've never had a 21st Amendment. Try it. We do our best not to disappoint anybody. So
We demand it happens.
I would personally recommend every single beer that you have heard on this brewery.
Yeah.
Yes, I second that.
Stamp of
100%.
approval.
Yes, every single beer was so great today. And even if you love a little, some orange and chocolate, you have to try all of these brands, all these styles and flavors. That watermelon was super impressive.
well, thanks. You guys are sweet.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lick the can. Cheers.
Edit that out, please.